Starting things red hot, striking while the iron's hot. Mansalona Ironman Marching Band joining us for week 9 of Hometown Highlights, the final week of high school football for the regular season. Brings a little tear to your eye, but you know what? That means we got some exciting matchups to talk about tonight going into the playoffs. One full Friday left, many eyes on the Charlevoix-Harbor Springs matchup tonight. Both teams enter this one 5-3, and popular belief is that it's a play-in game. Winner ensures a spot on Selection Sunday. Loser watches from the couch. You get Cheetos on the couch, but you can probably bring Cheetos to the game next week, too. Under the lights at Ottawa Stadium. I just saw it for the first time the other day. Beautiful stadium. One of my favorites. Great setup there. The Raiders were a little careless with the ball early as running back Ben Boss puts it on the ground here. And it's scooped up by a very opportunistic Rams defense. And the Rams don't waste any time on offense. In fact, getting on the board with running back Kern Reeves. Goes to the right. He likes going to the right. Kern kind of swoops that way. Maybe the field kind of leans that way as well. 32 yards for the opening score. That's when the Raiders rev things up. Through the air, the 25-yard toss to tight end Austin Putnam. Big day in the air for him. Putnam proved to be the favorite target for quarterback Forrest Nort. Not Norat, like I've been saying all year. It's Nort. All night long, he takes the ball, just like Lionel Richie would have said. Launching the end zone there, but then the Rams respond. More creativity with the run, faking everybody out. Chris Kowalski gallops 45 yards, and the Rams, they win a very good one, 22-20. This one lived up to the hype. Harbor Springs going to the playoffs, first playoff berth since 2000. Frankfort and Onekama, both 7-win teams, so they're both in. Could we see them again in a few weeks? Who knows? We're going to see them right now. We know that. Panthers on 4th down. Nate Frieswick to Christian Johnson for the hook and ladder to Cole Holenbeck, freaking everybody out. Gets the first down. They would throw a pick in the end zone, though. Frieswick then passes on another drive. Tip drill. Portager's Jack Coriel responds with the tip, intercepted by Randy Pianetta, and Pianetta's not done because he does the signal calling on offense. Passes to Job Reed, 2-yard line, and I can hear people yelling in my ear, so I know you can hear them at home on your TV screens. Next play, Jacob Montler takes it from 1 yard out, 14-0 Onekama, and they win a big one. In fact, as far as the stat research team goes, the first back-to-back wins for Onekama in this series in like 35 years, 21-8 the final. Portager's rolling to the postseason. Traverse City Central, 1 win away from a perfect 9-0 season. Their first since 1998, first though since the 2 high schools split if they could do it. Hosting Cadillac, Reagan Cotton hands off to John Pupil. Runs into a log jam. He just kind of kicks those logs to the side and bursts into the end zone. 31 yards, 7-0 TCC. End of the first. Caddy QB Ethan Baker scrambles, coughs it up. Max Franz is on top of it, recovers and rumbles to the other end. The momentum was just flowing from the black and gold. 14-0 there. And they also had some highlighter colors in the student section too. Ensuing kickoff, Caddy coughs it up again. Back-to-back turnovers for them. The Trojans jump on top of it. Travis Campbell appears to be the recipient of the new possession, and it's going to be great field position for Cotton. Right through the middle to Devontae Walker. It was only a matter of time before 21 showed up to put 21 on the board. Trojans roll big to their perfect regular season, 42-13. Now it's on to Selection Sunday as Central waits to see how deep of a playoff run they're really going to take us on. Lots to talk about from the first game of the doubleheader. One of the most anticipated moments was the return of former Traverse City West Titan Jake Fisher. Fisher, a member of the Cincinnati Bengals after getting drafted by the Bengals last spring, was on hand to see his jersey retired by the Titan Athletic Department.
It's definitely special. There's guys that paved the way for us to be able to be where we're at and continue to do the same thing. Be accountable to this community and help out whenever I can. It's my first time back in about 5 years, so I'm just happy, excited to be here. I'm glad I have a lot of supporters and a good community to be part of.
Yeah, Titans hosting their cancer fundraiser game tonight. Players wearing the names of loved ones who have battled cancer on their uniforms. Always cool to see this. Hosting Walled Lake Northern, potential playoff spot on the line. And in the third quarter, they're down a little bit, but Alex Toki with the return off the fumble. Camera went one way, Toki went the other, and that's a touchdown. Gets the Titans revved up and their fans keeping into it. But Dylan Moser, he was the star QB for Walled Lake, and here's why he's the star. Takes it himself, runs through the Titan defense to the end zone himself, giving a nice cushion to the road team coming from downstate. Titans score again late on the running play by Keegan Kenny, but it was all sewn up at this point. Walled Lake never let up. Titans fall in the final game of the season to end their playoff dreams, 49-28. Reed City gunning for their 4th 9-0 season in 5 years. Don't sleep on the Coyotes one bit. Hosting McBain tonight. We're going to start with Logan Straub shaking out of 4 McBain defenders. It's not easy shaking out of 1, much less 4. 50-yard score puts Reed City up 8-0 because they got the 2-point conversion. They're gunslingers. Later on, Reed City again, Andre the Giant. Mr. Jones steps up, runs up the middle for a 1-yard score after a failed 2-point. It's 14-0. Rare Reed City mistake leads to a fumble chased down and recovered by McBain's Ethan Izenga. But back to the Coyotes, back to Jones, breaking through the middle, spins off a tackle, goes for another score, puts the Coyotes up 22-0, and they go on to win 36-14. More perfection for Reed City. Congrats to them. All right, the hometown highlights train, just like Andre Jones on the ground, we just keep rolling along. Exciting matchups from the Jack Pine Conference, plus 2 playoff teams meet in Central Lake and Hillman, as well as Leland Buckley Soccer. You're going to stick around for that. Good goals there coming up. Want to give you one more horn sound there. Smooth things going on in this crazy little thing we call hometown highlights. For many teams, it's not just ensuring a spot in the playoffs, but building off momentum from last season. For more, we turn things over to 7 to 4's Brittany Beauty.
Thanks, Harrison. Both Central Lake and Hillman have been somewhat regulars of the postseason the past decade, or the last decade, and tonight we get a little playoff preview in a sense when the two meet each other before waiting to see where they'll end up on Sunday. Now the Trojans hosting the Tigers in the 7th meeting between the two schools. You may think the Trojans are running it here, but no, at least I thought they were running it, but nope, Ben Hicks is waiting down the field for the touchdown pass from Isaac Mortensen. So now they're up by about 3 touchdowns now, and then at the other end of the field, Mortensen again hands it off to Grant Pepino, who makes a dramatic dive into the end zone. And just as I turn my head, the Hillman Tigers' Dylan Steinke returns the kick and runs it at least 70 yards, putting the Tigers on the board. And they did get a few touchdowns, but the Trojans went on to win it 45-22. Belair, now they're probably looking on the outside, looking in at the playoffs, but they laid it on the Hornets tonight, and they were up 48, but what's another touchdown? Jackson Goodwin gave it to Hayden Nepath there, and another 6. Now the Hornets, they're trying to get on the board. Cash O'Brien puts the effort. He cuts across the field, and then he's brought down by Michael Nepath. This time, they're still trying. Jeremiah Crawford, he gives it a try. And I just want to point out, 1, 2, I don't know, 4, 5 Eagles?
Looked like 4.
Yeah, a lot of Eagles to take that man down. But the Bel Air, they go on to win it big. It's either their last shutout of the season, 55-0.
Alrighty, thank you, Brittany. Lake City Newberry meeting up at a neutral site tonight, Inland Lakes High School. Lake City with some fancy passing. Cade Peterson hits wideout Zachary Norin on the deep out for a good chunk of 33 yards or so. Then he finishes the drive by hitting Norin again. He and Norin must be buddies. They must sit together at lunch. Slant for the touchdown. Camera's not slanted. Highlights good, 28-7. But the Newberry Indians weren't done fighting. A few series later, the defense forced Peterson to scramble, knocked the ball out of his hands. That gives them possession. That's a very good thing. They then took advantage of that possession, giving it to senior wide receiver Josh Hood. Let's all say it now. We're in the hood with Josh Hood. Other end takes it 53 yards, putting the Trojans on their heels a bit. Lake City quickly punted on their next drive. Looked like Newberry was set to score again until QB John Paramsky. The pass at the goal line intercepted. Great play by Justin Balser. Lake City goes on to win 28-21. Moving along, rivals Clare and Harrison locking horns again. Hornets already with 6 wins. Pioneers needing that extra W to ensure a spot in the field on Sunday. Travis Vita steps back to pass, gets nice protection from his lineman. Finds Gabe Denton over the middle for a nice gain, this time out of the shotgun. After we admire that gain, Vita hands it off to Brandon Zinser, who takes it in for a Clare touchdown. But Harrison's going to respond, and respond big with the running game. Cameron Sherrick's numbers called, finds the hole. Gets a big gain. A few plays later, Kenny Haskell bootlegs left, just crosses the plane, puts Harrison up 40-14. A great win for the Hornets tonight. They win it 40-20. Roscommon and Houghton Lake meeting up again. Bucks have won the last 3 games against the Bobcats. Roscommon has the ball deep in their own territory. coughs it up, and the Bobcat defense going to recover it in the end zone. Never a good place to cough it up. The D puts Houghton Lake on the board with a score. Roscommon running back TJ Murringer, though, has a couple nice stiff arms here doing the Heisman. It's always good. They give the Heisman away in high school, right? Nice game for the Bucks. Houghton Lake running back Gavin Massey now, beast. Here he gets a pitch and takes it in for the score. Huge win for Houghton Lake tonight, 40-36 over the rival Bucks. Well, let's go to some soccer. Leland hoping for another soccer postseason run. The Buckley Bears were able to beat them a few weeks ago. A few minutes in, Michael Osorio corner kick. Hugo Calderon is there for the putbacks. Not even basketball season, but we got a good basketball putback there. Calderon probably going to rack up the rebound. Noah Fedorov, check out the footwork by Fedorov. Filthy stuff, getting away from his defender, top shelf. He called it. I was like 50 feet away from him. He called it. And there's Joey Berta, still coaching, not even excited about the goal. Best play of the game, though, Osorio off a free kick. It's deflected back to Osorio. Gets another look. He's going to get a couple great bounces. That one's going in. 3-0 Comets. They go on to win another district title, 5-0 tonight. In sports, let's check over to the Mansell Ironman Marching Band one more time for a performance from them.
Tweet, 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 tweet. Oh.